Hi everyone, welcome to Chanjal's World. This is Chanjal here with another book review. So before getting into the video, it's just the usual reminder about chanjalsworld.com, my blog wherein I post in my stories, my poems, my paintings, my thoughts, my book reviews, everything I do for entertainment and work. I'm also a writer and an artist, and I have also shared sample works of my writing. If you want to go through my work or my creations as in writing, please do visit chanjalsworld.com and please do comment and let me know your suggestions or criticism so that I can do better every time I post something. So back to the video. If you are someone who follows my book review videos, I'm sure you would recall that I have said this a multiple number of times that I don't prefer self-help books or self-help genres. But if you actually look into the books I have read a fair share of self-help books. Do you know why? Because I am someone who believes that every genre is entertainable and is interesting if you get the right book. Well, maybe it was my journey to find the right book, and today I'm here with a book that actually changed my opinion about self-help book genres. I'm talking about the book called Maagnet. So let me tell you how I met this book. So one day, one of my cousins, she sent me the name of this book and asked me if you have read this book. So that was the first time I heard about the book, and I was like, no, I haven't read. At that moment, I had just completed one book and I was looking into reading another book. So during that time is when she asked me this. So I was like, no, I was looking for a book to read, so I will go in for it. So she said it's a self-help book. It is written by one of her family friends, and he wished if someone could review it. So I was like, all right, let's go ahead. And then I bought the book and I started reading it. This book is written by Dr. Sujith Karimbil. He is a doctor in Sultanate of Oman. Let me tell you about the first impression I had about the book. It was a thick book, and the cover gave me the vibe of a textbook. And on top of that, it was a self-help book. So honestly, I did not have much expectations that it would be something that I like. I just roughly went through it. And the first thing that actually struck me was that the book was really simple. So simple that I think there would be hardly anyone who will not find it relatable. So that kept me really interesting, because I have never read a book that was so relatable, that felt like this was something what I was looking for. Especially I would say that because I do have a daughter, and being a parent, I look for new ways to, have the cake and keep it too. Basically, win her heart and guide her too. So maybe that was the reason why it actually prepped up my curiosity. You wouldn't believe I started reading the book within an hour of getting it. It was that simple, and it actually prepped up my curiosity to that level. After reading the book, it being this thick book, I didn't expect to finish it quite fast. I read it quite fast because the flow was so beautiful. Like, you wouldn't realize how many pages you have read. It was that smooth. It was that interesting. Every incident or every pattern that is being, mentioned in the book was relatable. And every pattern started from the most basic level, like seriously basic level. The other self-help books I have read, when you compare it to this books, I guess they address the problem directly or the patterns from the next level of normalcy, I would say. But this was absolutely simple, the thought process, from what triggers the thought process. The whole pattern was explained from the most basic level that I guess even a small child can relate. And then from there, it helps you recognize where you stand and how you are wrong and what will it lead to. I mean, it's an explanation of the whole pattern of behavior, like what choices of yours or what kind of thought of yours will lead to what. And this point helps you analyze where you stand. Most of the time, most people does something wrong because they don't understand how they are wrong, where they are wrong. But this book is somewhere or something that can tell you exactly where you're wrong and what you should correct so that you know how it relates to your destination. I mean, it was such an eye-opener for me. I could realize what my thought process is, or where I am wrong, where I should correct, what should I bring in my daughter, how should I motivate her, how should I guide her, looking into her behavioral patterns, what choices should I make so that this would bring in a beautiful personality of hers outside. So, this book was an absolute, I would say, a referral if you are a parent, if you're a child and someone who is trying to be a better person or trying to have a better personality or trying to build yourself as a better human being. This is a book that can help you with the basic things and how you can just, alter the basic things and how the whole creation or the whole future or whole of yourself changes a human being. So I think this is a book I would recommend to everyone. If you're a child, go for it. If you're an adult, go for it. Parent, teacher, students, even elderly, please go for it. If it doesn't help you as for me, even though I look into myself to being a good or better human, more than I look into myself, I look for my daughter. And this book honestly helped me recognize my pattern, recognize my thought process, understanding myself better, and also helping me guide my daughter, making her a better human, bringing her up with a good thought process, and all such things a parent can dream of. I think this is a book that should be read by almost everyone, irrespective of who you are or what your age is. Another interesting thing about this book is quotes. I'm someone who enjoys thought-inducing quotes, and this book has this wide variety of quotes, from Bhagavad Gita to Vincent van Gogh. Look at the range. I mean, politicians, artists, gods, saints, you have this wide variety of quotes that can actually induce thoughts. You can use it in your daily conversations, examples, to your kids. It can inspire them, because thought-inducing quotes are actually an addiction, I would say. So it was something that really caught my attention. I really loved that part about the book as well. Another thing I really liked, that I do see in other self-help books as well, but the simplicity was more relatable, I would say, is its positivity. I mean, we are surrounded with such negativity around, like people with sharp words, bad newses, bad vibes. There are so much negativity around us that sometimes we lose our confidences as well. We go into the depths of negativity as well. This book actually, brings the whole positivity out, scoops it out, makes us realize that what we have is a blessing, what we are is a blessing, that we are good, positive side of us, and how to think about anything in a positive way. I mean, I don't know if it was intended by the author, but I absolutely felt like as if my whole positivity was rejuvenized or re-energized. I mean, the whole book brims with positivity, and I think present generation absolutely needs that, because being surrounded with so much negativity, competition, it's all about pressure, force. Oh my God, seriously. And I think this generation definitely needs that positivity, or that scoop of positivity that actually helps them keep going. So my final word about this book is that this is a must-have book, irrespective of what your age is, irrespective of what role in life you play. I actually have a holy book, or I would say a book by Khalil Gibran. I call it a holy book because whenever I find myself in a difficult situation or where I'm confused, I go through the book and it helps me think different. Along with that book, I'm going to keep this book as well because this book preps up my positivity, helps me understand what I should do next, how I should induce that inspiration in me, how I should work hard, where I stand, and also helps me guide my daughter into being a better human. So this is a must-have. I will, put in the link to the book in my description below. It's available on Amazon as well. You can absolutely search in there. If at all you find it difficult to get the book, the link is in the bio. And I hope you would absolutely enjoy this book. And I truly hope more such book come into existence, and I think more people reading such kind of books can actually at least help the world become a better place to live in. So I hope you enjoy the book, and I hope you enjoyed this review as well. So until I read another amazing book, bye bye, enjoy.